Hi, this is Christina Corcoran from Corcoran Marketing Group, and I'm here today with Jason Rodriguez, the CEO of Zpryme. And Jason is one of the founders of the Energy Market Stakeholders of the Future webinar series with us. And I just wanted to introduce him and ask him a few questions. So Jason, thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be a part of this series and looking forward to talking with you today.
So Jason, can you give our viewers an idea of why did you feel it was important to get involved with this webinar series about the energy stakeholders? You're already involved on a lot of parts that touch the stakeholders. So why did you feel it was important to bring everybody together?
One of the key reasons we're getting involved here is just this conversation around the customer and how to bring more value to customers at the end of the day. And in talking of as complex as the energy can be when you get involved with policy, regulated, deregulated retailers, especially when you're working here in Texas, it can become very confusing of how that works to the everyday customer. So the thought of collaborating and bringing some new ideas and coordination amongst these different stakeholders was very intriguing, and we feel this is a perfect time to do it. You couple that with the pandemic that's happening, and I think the emphasis on customers and what customers want and how you can respond to their needs becomes amplified, and we felt it was very important to play a role in this series, and we're just very excited to get the conversation started and then see what develops from there, whether it's a partnership, whether it's continued conversations, whether it's developing the series further. But we knew we had to start somewhere, and just happy to play a role in that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we're getting a lot of good feedback because there's different organizations that touch the utility side, the regulated side, the supplier side, but to bring all the players together and talk about all the different challenges that they're going to be facing. You brought up with the pandemic and the push towards the green energy and community solar and all those different pieces brought together. There's a lot of challenges. I mean, what do you see out there and when you're talking to people?
Yeah, I think the challenges come down to one policy, especially one in the context of you have a lot of customers that aren't paying their bills and how utilities have to manage that and work within that context. So that's one that's a real time one that has to be dealt with today. But on the other side, you just have these evolving customer needs and customer experience that has just grown exponentially over the past 2 years, especially in the era of on-demand, Amazon, Netflix, this whole generation that's really attention-driven, and we need to respond to that in the context of distributed energy resources, how the type of power people want to use, the types of services they want to engage with. And I just don't think that the industry has moved as fast as it can, not because it doesn't want to, but because all the coordination and mechanisms are there currently to be able to do some of the things that they want to do. And it's interesting to hear when companies, they really want to go big and go fast, but the construct just isn't there. And so there's a lot of discussion, dialogue, and just hashing out of ideas and policy that we think needs to come to light to get there.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things that with what we're doing here, we're bringing the policymakers into these conversations to hear the different sides. So I think that's a really important piece that because without them, and nothing's going to get moved anyway.
Correct.
I appreciate Zpryme getting behind us and helping to to build this up and becoming one of our founders with us. So thank you.
Yeah. Like I said, we're excited to be a part of this, and just how this is moving and where we go from here. I think we'll kind of open up the conversation. I think that's how you start something new. It's probably been a long time coming, but for better or worse, I think this pause in how everyday life and business works has given us an opportunity to kind of take that first step. And thank you for your leadership and kind of helping us put this together.
You're welcome. Thank you. We'll have the post how to get involved posted with this video, and we look forward to having these conversations moving forward with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina.